Have you noticed that I'm only half?
You know,
And there's somebody sitting on the other side of you
so
too.
one of the things I want to say to you, Richard Hale, before I introduce
Yeah.
the show, you're supposed to be quiet when I hit the record button until we get started. So again, this is Karen
Turn on that light.
and Richard, and he's bossing me around as
See,
usual.
look at that. Look at now you got some warmth on your
Yeah.
cheeks.
So again, this is Karen and Richard, and the show is what's it called, Rich?
It's called We've Been Married.
No, it's not called We've Been Married.
Oh,
He doesn't even know what the name of the podcast is.
it's
Not counting
not
today.
counting to
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes.
See, I forgot too.
So
Not counting tomorrow.
So you say
Now, wait a second. I say we've been married since February 3rd, 1984.
which is 13,678 days.
Not
See,
counting
I figured
tomorrow.
it out in my head.
Not counting tomorrow. No, you didn't.
Why don't they don't know that?
I'm telling them.
They don't know that
I'm
you
telling
could
them.
just go with it.
I'm telling them.
You could go with it.
But
make me look like I could look like a genius.
But
I could be a genius on you.
But we got married twice in the same year.
So the day that I count is 13,515.
Which means July 15th.
Yes.
Which was yesterday. So I got today out of yesterday.
I know you got today out of yesterday.
And we're bringing this to you because we want you to know what it's like to be married 37 years or 13,515 days or 13,678 days. I mean, what's a day amongst friends?
A lot.
Oh, well, I just also want you to know how we celebrated our anniversary yesterday.
We did?
We didn't.
I worked.
You worked.
I found a job at the last minute and I went out and worked.
You worked, and I worked in the house, and I was working on lots of things for newclevelandradio.net.
Yeah, but you also hung our new
cleaner
that you just stand
the
up
spinner.
And it just spins and goes in corners.
Spins, I can clean in corners.
Yeah,
and
I don't think it did anything, but okay, she thinks it did. I don't care.
Well, what was the last thing you cleaned?
You can't talk about that.
Okay, we can't talk about that. But today we sort of celebrated our anniversary because Richard, had to work, and he said to me, honey, if you come with me, you can sit in the car and relax while I go in and do an assignment. And then I'll take you out for a very nice lunch to this Italian restaurant in Ravenna, Ohio.
Which we like. It's really,
yeah.
It's really nice.
So we'll talk about that in a minute. Really, and I said, okay. And so we started out the morning first driving to North Canton, Ohio, and near the
Akron Canton Airport.
And we're
by the blimp hangar. The blimp hangar.
Because we had to go
find a blimp hangar if you live in California. I don't think there are any out there.
But the reason we did this is because we had to go get breakfast food, and we like stuff from Tim Hortons and Einstein Brothers, and there's none near us. What was that?
Yeah. We did.
So we weren't running around doing that.
Yeah. But the blimp hangar is so big that it was built during the dirigible area when
Say that again. Dirigible?
Yeah. When everybody thought that they were going to build dirigibles.
Yeah.
And
I mean the one that exploded.
Well, that was because that one had hydrogen in it. They were going to put helium in the American ones.
Oh.
But when they were building a hangar, they built it big enough for a dirigible to go into.
Ah,
because it was going to be the next way of transporting people.
okay, but it's not
So
now.
it was that big, but actually now, just to give you an idea how big this thing
How
is,
big is it?
you can park a blimp like the Goodyear blimp, which it's owned by
Yeah,
Goodyear anyhow. So I
yeah,
guess
yeah,
that's why
yeah.
you'd park it. Anyhow, you can park the Goodyear blimp sideways in it. So, in other words, the length of it can go from side to side, but the building is long the other way.
He's so smart.
Yeah,
He
so I
tells
don't
us
know how
lots
many.
of things that
I
nobody
have no
cares
idea
about.
how many blimps they could have in that hangar at once,
Hmm.
but I would take a wild shot guess
Yeah.
and say they could get, I don't know, 10 blimps in the thing at the same
Well,
time.
we're supposed to be talking about marriage and lifestyles,
I am
and
too.
you're talking about me being a blimp?
No, I'm not talking about you being a blimp. I'm
Oh,
saying that the experience is like a blimp. It's just big and overinflated.
excuse me, sir?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it can be fun at times. It's a lot of fun at times,
It's a lot of fun.
but a lot of the times it's filled with helium and it makes your voice go.
No, that's not he. Oh, yeah, that is helium.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
helium. Yeah,
yeah. That you blow the
yeah.
balloons up with, and then you suck it in, and then you talk about this. Okay. So, anyways, for those of you listening, um, this is our second show, and we're going to be doing lots of them because we know that you're really enjoying
She's
them
going to be doing lots of them.
together. We're going to be doing them, and you know, when you've been married
I'm going to have my puppet show up.
it's when you've been married as long as we have. I want you to know how we truly celebrate anniversaries like yesterday. So I started telling them, we went on this driving around getting all this stuff. Then we drove.
Who's the guy who has the? I can't think right now.
I know, don't
Who's the
think.
guy with the puppets? The comedian?
Oh, I know
Jeff
you.
Dunham. Jeff
Yeah.
Dunham. Jeff
Yeah.
Dunham. Yeah, he's working on a puppet of me.
Yeah. You are a puppet. Can you talk while I?
See,
Yeah.
we can have.
I
Is it
can
is,
talk
is,
for you.
is it better with teeth
Yeah, I can talk
or
for
without
you.
teeth?
Okay, now be quiet for a minute. Let me explain. So we went to this assignment for Rich, and it was very hot and humid today. And I'm sitting in our car in the parking lot, and it's getting warmer and warmer. And I'm opening up windows to get more humidity in the car. How smart am I? And what he thought was going to be about a half hour, 45-minute project was almost an hour and a half. And when he came back to the car, I was like a puppy dog panting. I was like really
But all
hot.
the time, she had a phone that she could have called me and said, "I'm going to Panera," which was right around the corner,
I didn't think about that.
or she could have gone for a
Anywhere.
ride.
Yeah, but I didn't think about that. Instead, I suffered in a hot car. But
She
he had
could
the
have been
windows
sitting
open.
at Panera the whole
I
time,
could have been.
and she could have called me and said, "Call me when you're done," and I would have called you.
I know, but honey, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about you working while I was
What good does it do for
sweltering.
you? You're sweltering out
I
there in the
know,
car.
I know. So, anyways, that was part of how we celebrated our anniversary.
Yes.
But the next part of it was so wonderful.
You mean when we went looking for that next
Yeah, because
address?
he had another assignment. So we went looking for it. And it's supposed to be a business, except it was in a residential area that
Yeah.
looked a little questionable to say the least. And it was at somebody's house. And Rich doesn't do assignments like that, do you, honey?
No,
No.
well, you know, I just have a hard time with certain. I've done this in the past.
You have.
Yes, I've done it
What
in
have
it.
you done in the past?
And the last time I did this, I came out and I won't say the tires were gone, but they were slashed.
Yeah, but I would have been sitting in the car today, so I think I
No,
would have.
you wouldn't have. I would have taken you in. It would have been
Oh
safe
no,
for you.
no, I wasn't going to go into that house. That house looked a little spooky.
Well, in any case,
So, anyways, Rich got out of the assignment, and we drove a little bit further in the community, and that's where this Italian restaurant is that Rich found about a year ago,
yeah,
and we really like it. So, if you're in Ravenna, Ohio,
yeah.
you
Go to
have
Guido's. Guido's
Guido's.
is really, really good.
And it's a
They
small little restaurant, but the best food. And it's all homemade.
Yeah, and they do pizzas and they do all Italian
I
foods.
had veal parmesan today. That was really
Yeah,
good.
and everything is good there. I won't say it's the cheapest in the world, but it's not expensive either. But the food is just spectacular.
So
Not, and it's not. I'll also hint to you that it's not the most exquisite uh,
restaurant.
restaurant.
But you know what?
It's a standard Italian restaurant in the 1950s, and it's been maintained and it's clean, and it's just really
And the
really
staff
nice.
is really, really
Yeah,
nice.
and the staff is good.
And
But I don't want to blow up your mind and say, oh, we got to drive out to Guido's today.
but we had a romantic lunch. There was
Yeah,
this little booth that we were in,
yeah.
staring into each other's eyes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. But anyhow, I mean, it's a really good place and the food is just
So,
superb.
but what?
But
But
the
what?
best part about it is,
We were together.
okay, I'll give you that. And you learn the historical significance of the place because they have pictures of Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe and the Rat Pack all over the place in the place. And
And Rich still has a crush on Marilyn Monroe, but I think if he saw her today, I think
well,
she'd
okay,
be a
fine.
little moldy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, fine. Um,
What
and
do you
it
mean fine?
and fine.
Okay.
I won't go.
Okay.
That, but anyhow, uh, but it's just it's not a normal town. The old story was when you went out on a blind date in the 60s and you lived in East Cleveland, the east side of Cleveland, um, and you didn't want to be seen with this girl, you would say, let's go to pizza in Painesville. And
Because you wouldn't run into anybody you
yeah,
knew there.
no, you wouldn't run into anybody you knew there. And this could have been a place. Let's go to for pizza in Ravenna
Ravenna.
because it's just about as far away, only in a different direction. And but this one's really good
But
food.
and it's a neat little downtown. They've
Yeah,
got
it's a
some neat
neat.
architecture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got some really old, unique architecture, and they've got this
Flagpole.
a flagpole from the Civil War that was made in wood, and it was 100 feet high, and it was the highest structure at the time after the Civil War. And
They resurrected it.
it sort of decayed over the years. In the 1920s, they had somebody design one out of metal, and the guy who designed it said, "Can I design it any way I want?" And they said, "Yeah." And so they built this thing that looks like a, ba-
Antenna.
a bad antenna or a bad design of the Eiffel Tower. It was one of the two, but he only charged $800 for this whole hundred
But
foot
back
structure.
then, that was a lot of
Yeah,
money.
I know it was a lot
Okay.
of money back then. I mean, yeah, but they put it up and they've kept it up and they've even maintained it and they've had
Yep.
fundraisers to fix it up and all sorts of things, but it looks like an old antenna.
But anyways, so but I want people
But you
not.
got to go
But
downtown
it's not
and
just
see it.
about that. It's about
Yeah.
you know
And there's
just
this,
celebrating
yeah, and
our
there's,
anniversary.
yeah, and there's this building across from
What
Guido.
does that have to do with our
It's,
anniversary?
I just like it. Anyhow, it's a really nice building, and it's got a bank in it. I don't remember what the name of the bank, Household Bank or
Yeah,
Homeland Bank or
yeah, and they
something like
also
that.
have some
Um,
other stuff going on there
yeah,
that
but
you want to stay away from.
anyhow, it's like 3 stories high all the way around, except for in the corner where it's 4 stories
Like a
high.
penthouse.
It's like a penthouse there. When I retire, I want to go there and live in that penthouse. I think that would be
You're not retiring.
neat.
Remember, you're gonna be starting, a job next week that's,
Yeah, that's true.
full time for at least 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I don't. I love the description of this. I got to tell people this.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
The
explain
description.
that you work on projects.
I work on projects, and I'm IT, and so
You're it?
I'm it.
Okay.
So I work on information technology, and in some cases I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of things. Some things I was very knowledgeable on at one point, but I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't consider myself an expert on them anymore. And I'm going somewhere in a law firm, and they tell me you're going to go to this law firm, you're going to work there, and that you're just going to install monitors and printers and things like that. And I said, for 2 weeks, you want me to do that? Oh, yeah. And then I get a description of it today, and it says, you're going to have to solve the problems. What problems? They didn't say there were any problems.
Well, it's problems
So
if
we're going to have
one
to,
if
I'm going to have
one
to go,
occurs, they said.
yeah. But I'm going in there sort of blind. They're not really telling me. I think there's a major problem with their network or something, and I'm going to have to figure this out. And it's like, well, 10 years ago, I could have done this,
Easily.
This is going to be a trial, is what it's going to be.
Well, it's for
So-
attorneys, so of course it's going to be a trial.
I know.
Okay.
I just hope I could stay the whole 2 weeks
So,
because they're paying me a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. so
But I'm a ridiculous person. So,
Yes, you are.
So, yeah.
But for our listeners, okay,
Yeah.
we have to talk about marriage so people can understand what this is really all about. Okay. And one of the things about our marriage is that, yeah, so we got married twice in the same year. And I promised you all that I would explain it the last time. So I'm going to explain it now. Okay. So,
Yeah, she made a deal and copped out on it, is what she did.
no,
Yes, she did. You did.
we're not going in that direction.
Oh, okay.
So we got married in February 1984. And we got married because I had been divorced and there were some complications going on between me and my ex at the time, although we've put all that to rest over the years. But so we got married.
There's a lot of things to rest.
Yeah. So we got married and it was just us and another couple that I don't even know what has happened to them.
I don't know. They're disappeared.
Yeah, I think they disappeared off the face of the earth. But anyways, they were
probably something I said. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But they were our best man and matron of honor.
I really like them.
Yeah, I still like them too. Maybe we can find them.
I don't know.
We'll go looking.
I doubt it.
So, anyways, but Rich promised me that if things worked out after that quickie wedding, that we would have a big wedding. And we did on July 15th, 1984.
Yeah.
With friends.
But she also said that she would annul the marriage right after, too.
No, I said if. I never said that. The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Right. If it didn't work out, but if it worked out,
No, even if it worked out, you said you'd do it.
no, I did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
He's getting senile.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not senile.
Yeah, dementia is setting
Because
in.
I had dates that I was going to go on.
Yeah.
I had to cancel all
Oh
those dates.
yeah. You are boy, what an ego. Yeah. Do
Whatever.
you see how his head is getting bigger and bigger and bigger?
No,
Yeah.
it's already deflated.
No, it's not. No.
It's that helium again.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, we got married twice. We've been together. Let's see. Well, how many days is it now?
13,515
Since-
legitimate ones.
From July.
The illegitimate ones are 13,678.
He is very, very strange. Anyways,
Every time we do one of these broadcasts, I'm going to bring up the dates, the number
So-
of days.
you see, he's still with me and I'm still with him. Okay. So, I'm going to ask him right now in front of all of you.
I don't see anybody.
Well, people are looking at us.
Oh, are
Okay.
they?
So, we have to assume we're looking at them too. So, what is the secret to our longevity together?
You're right and I'm wrong.
Is that really what you believe, that I'm right and you're wrong?
Yeah, except for when I'm right.
Except for when you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm sure people out there are wondering, since it was our anniversary yesterday, we've been together this long. What did you get me for our anniversary?
A kiss. I got you what I could afford. I gave you a kiss.
Well, you bought me lunch today.
Yeah, I bought you lunch today. Yeah.
Bought me lunch today. And
Which means in reality, I didn't make any money today.
You know what? You better stop complaining, because all these
I'm not
people.
complaining.
All these,
I'm not complaining.
You're not complaining.
No, I'm just stating facts. That's
Okay.
all I'm doing.
But you're happy to be married to me, right?
I've been happy probably 13,000 of the days.
Well, that's pretty damn good. That's probably more than I've been happy.
Probably.
Well, I want to thank you for being my partner in life, and being the guy who makes me laugh. And I just want you to tell everybody what makes me so special for you.
She can look into my eyes and tell me that I'm good looking.
Okay, let's look into your eyes. Oh, honey, you're handsome.
See, I don't see it, but she says.
So for all
That
of
makes it all worthwhile. I'm
It
sure.
does.
I'm sure. Really, what it is she's overwhelmed by blue eyes.
yes,
The blue. In
you're
the eyes.
very blue eyes. Yes, and I love your eyes
Yeah.
and
know.
other parts of you as well.
Yeah.
And we won't go there.
Yeah,
That's
we won't.
between the two of us. We're not going to give away our secrets, but we will continue to tell you about, how we make it through each and every day. We work together. We care about each other. He goes to his room. I go to my room. I go for a walk without him. I go for a walk with him. I send him off to work. He sends me into the office to work. We have it down pat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say we're 94% totally compatible.
Hey, that's pretty damn good at 37 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to wish you all a great day. Share our loving podcast, because
It's the eyes.
it's Not counting tomorrow.
Yeah, not counting tomorrow.
You never know what's going to happen
You
tomorrow.
never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may renew each other. We may not.
Yeah, I try to renew her on a daily basis.
Oh.
And I could just not renew her one day. You never know.
Or I could not accept.
You could. You could. Yeah, I think. Well,
Oh.
I mean, if you want to divorce me, go ahead, but you'd get half of all the debt.
Oh no. No. I like it better this way. You know?
You can have half all the debt. I don't care.
No.
Mhm.
You're stuck.
Okay.
And with that, may I have a kiss, Mr. Hale?
Sure.
We learned that from George Burns and Gracie Allen. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.